EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with Harris. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The Steelers at 9-6 now. And they were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The pass caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. It looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, this is Roberts. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 14. This one taken in by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 39. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now back to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jamison Williams, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flushed out right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
The extra point up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it to about the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 40 now on second down. Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, it's Roberts. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
8 yards to go on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 57 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. Here's Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Carter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Carter with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know...
And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Roberts, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 1. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back to throw here. He's got this, complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 37. 172 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They run with Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Olave from 21 yards away. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Smith, the man in motion left.
19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left goes Smith. But 1st down, Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10.